Hi guys, welcome back. So in this lesson, we will be creating our Python virtual environment. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to open up our CMD or command prompt. So I have mine docked in the toolbar. So just click on it. Okay. And then the first thing that we need to do is we need to upgrade our version of pip so that we can install the latest versions of um, our Python third-party libraries. So pip is a tool that we use to install third-party libraries, right, for Python. So we first need to upgrade our version of pip so that it will fetch the latest versions of those third-party libraries. Okay, so we are going to enter the command Python -m pip install --upgrade pip. Okay, so it should tell me that mine is already upgraded to the latest version, right? So, but yours should be upgrading. Okay, so now that we have that done, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to install a library called virtualenv, right? Which will help us create our virtual environment. So the command will be pip install virtualenv. So mine is already installed. It should tell me that. Okay. So once you have that installed, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to create our virtual environment using the virtualenv tool that we just installed. So we are first going to navigate to our project folder. So I have my project folder open up. So I'm just going to copy the file path. Okay, and then change the directory to that path. So it's cd and then Control V to paste the path, and then I'm going to change into my application folder, which is Quake. Okay, so this is where I want to be. So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to, of course, create our virtual environment. So the command will be virtualenv space and then the name of your virtual environment. I'm just going to call mine venv. Enter. Okay, so now it's busy creating our virtual environment for us. So we just have to wait a bit. Okay, so our virtual environment has been installed. So now I'm going to verify that by running the dir command, dir. So now we can see our venv directory has been created for us, which is our virtual environment. So that's what we want. And if we go back to our project folder and then we go into our application folder, we can see that our virtual environment has been created for us, right? So this is how it should look. So now we are going to activate the virtual environment to test that it is working. So we go back to the CMD, and now to activate our virtual environment in Windows, we say venv and then tab, right? And then /scripts /activate. Okay, and then enter. As you can see, the prefix of this path is the name of the virtual environment, which is venv in parentheses. So we can see that our virtual environment has been activated. So now the reason why we need a virtual environment is because we can install third-party libraries suited for our application, and then we can port the application with the third-party libraries that the application needs onto any server without needing to install those libraries on that server. Okay, so we want to make our application portable, and we don't want to install all the libraries that the application uses wherever we port the application. Okay, so we want to ship our application with all the libraries included, and those libraries will be in our virtual environment. Okay, and another nice thing about it is that we don't need to specify the version of Python when we install any library. So when we install a library while our virtual environment is activated, like we see now, it will install the same library for both Python version 2 and version 3 to ensure that whichever version of Python we have, that the appropriate library will be installed. Okay, so now in order to deactivate our virtual environment, we just run the command deactivate, and that should put us back into our normal directory, and we should be deactivated from our virtual environment. As you can see, the prefix is gone. So now we are not in our virtual environment. And if we want to activate it, again, it's vn scripts activate. As you can see, we are back in there again. Okay, so thanks a lot for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video.